Alright, so let me give you the chaos that has been my life. So, backstory. I've, well, I should do an introductory video, shouldn't I? I'll have to do that later. I know, I just realized that for those of you that subscribe, you guys don't really know anything about me. And for those of you who are going to subscribe in the future, I guess you should know about me too. So, I'll do an introductory video sometime in the future. Since you're watching this video right now, you'll understand why I can't do it right now. So, backstory, I've been doing soaps and skincare and all this stuff for about a year now. And back in April, I had started a term in class in school, and one of my classes was small business management. And my husband, we actually have we have separate academic advisors, and we didn't realize that we actually signed up for the same class. So that was kind of funny. But our small business management class, throughout the term, we were going to be building a business plan. And we had to do it on either a real business or a fictitious business. So since I had been doing Bath and Body, products from home, I decided, oh, I'll do my business plan on a fictitious Bath and Body business. Well, about like 2, maybe 3 weeks into class, my husband's like, if you really like doing this stuff, you should actually do it for real. You should do a real business. So I'm like, okay. So that was the beginning of our business adventure. Fast forward to today, present day, late October. I have been not being very proactive about starting this business. I have been lollygagging around. However, I was planning to be up and running within the next month or so, to have my business registered and have everything set and start, selling at farmers markets and stuff. Last week, my husband comes home from work and says, "Hey, my aunt called me. She's a member of the local women's club here in town." He's like, "Hey, my aunt called me and said that her women's club is having a bazaar and she reserved a booth for you." I'm like, "What?" Then he proceeds to tell me, "By the way, the bazaar is this weekend." And I'm like, "What?" So I am freaking out. I am utterly terrified. I have never done anything like this before. And super, super, super excited, but completely overwhelmed for what I thought I was going to have a month to do and prepare on my own time, which isn't really saying much because, like I said, I haven't really been proactive. I only have a week to do. He told me this last Thursday, and we were doing stuff this weekend, so I didn't really get to start doing anything till Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so I didn't really get to start doing anything till Sunday. I have a week to get prepared for this thing. It's the whole weekend long. It's Saturday and Sunday. I don't know if I have to do 2 days, both days, or if I can just do one. And if I could just do one, I don't know which day I would go to. I will find out tonight when I have to turn in the paperwork for the booth. But I'm freaking out right now. I can't believe that I only have 1 week. I'm so overwhelmed. Like last week, the new term for class started. I am training for the zombie run in 3 weeks, and that race is non-refundable, so I have to do it. And now this. So like I have so much on my plate. I've been like a chicken with my head cut off, running around trying to get supplies for like packaging and labeling and trying to figure out how I'm going to display everything. And I've been burning the midnight oil literally since Sunday. Like, if it wasn't for me just happening to glance at the clock, I wouldn't be going to bed. I've been staying up past midnight every night, trying to get things situated so I'm not running around at the last minute. I've been doing this for a long time, but like my husband and I have gone back and forth on this, and he's right, because like I said, I lollygag a lot, but like I feel like I have done this for so long, but I don't really have much to show for it, because a lot of the things I either use myself or I give them to family and friends, and so I don't really have a lot of product to sell. But also, I don't feel like some of the things are sellable. And this is where I've me and him bump heads because he feels that I should get I should make a product that's great quality and it does everything it's supposed to do and sell it. And then any feedback that I get from the consumers themselves, that's what I can make improvements on. And no matter what product you have out there when you're in your business, you're always going to find ways to improve on it anyways. It's part of the nature of the beast. So he thinks that that's the way I should go. However, the way I think about it is I should never sell something that I wouldn't buy myself. The problem with that is that I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my things. So things that other people would normally sell, I can't sell because I feel they're not right, even if they are. So I feel like a lot of my things aren't sellable, even though they are. Even though in the back of my mind I know they are, I just don't feel like they are. So I've been spending so much time trying to make new products and all this stuff, and I don't have enough time to do everything that I'm going to have in my product line. Like, I'm only going to have soap, bath bombs, and lip butters. I'm going to have, 3 lip butters, 3 bath bombs, and I think 7 different types of soap. So I'm so completely overwhelmed. If you guys, have any advice for a brand new soap making business owner, feel free to comment below. And any thoughts that you guys have on on anything that you think would be beneficial, it would be awesome and it would be greatly appreciated. As of yesterday, we are I am, it's registered under me, officially a business owner. So that's exciting, and that kind of made it seem a little surreal. But so I've been running around like crazy. I had some time to sit down so I can tell you guys what's going on. So I will record a video of our booth and everything of the bazaar when we're there, and then I'll post it sometime next week so you guys can see our first ever our grand opening. It's gonna be our grand opening. So what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna have an oops bin because of the things that I don't think are quite sellable. As is, they're all aesthetic issues. There's absolutely nothing wrong with those things. If there was something else wrong with them, I definitely would not be selling them. But it's just soaps that I didn't feel turned out right, and to me it's because some of those soaps were rebatched. So in my head, I'm still thinking the soap didn't turn out, so it's a bad soap. Even though it's not a bad soap, it just didn't turn out right the first time. But it's fine the second time. Like, I used it myself, so I just feel like I can't get rid of the fact that it didn't work out the first time, so I might sell those as oops soaps. There's no point in like throwing them away or using them myself or giving them to family, not making any money off of them, right? So, and rebatch soap looks just like hot process, and I've done a couple hot process too, which I feel, for some reason, even though people sell hot process soaps and they sell wonderfully, I just feel like, even though mine looks exactly the same, like mine won't sell. I just need to have more confidence in my things. I guess that's what it is. So constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. So as of right now, making stuff, making products, making displays. Oh, let me show you a display that my husband built for me. So this is a display that my husband made, and I'm super excited about it. It looks so super cool. It holds 5 soaps. I didn't want it too long, so the rest of the soaps are obviously going to be like tucked away. And I don't know if I want him to make 2 displays per soap. I don't know if we'll have time for that right now, but in the future I might want him to make 2 displays per soap. This is kind of like the prototype though, because I do want this back piece bigger, because I want to display the logo and our business name and our logo and the name of the actual soap on this part, and then the description down here with the price. So there's going to be each individual type of soap is going to have its own display. And so this is what he did. So it's super cool, and I absolutely love it. It looks so organized. I'm so happy.
It is more likely that the predator is simply part of us, waiting to attack when we are most vulnerable.
All right, so I think that's it. And if there's anything new, I will add it later. But right now, let's get to the best part of this video, cutting soap. Alright, so this is my pink Triumph soap, and this is my soap for breast cancer, my soap dedication for breast cancer for my friend who actually is a breast cancer survivor. If you watched my rebatch video, you'll see that this is actually my second attempt at doing this soap, and you'll see of how it turned out horribly wrong. I had used a fragrance sweet pea that I had bought from my local craft store. Even though they're made for soap, I guess it's obviously not high quality, because even though it's made for soap, it completely, I've just had bad things happen to me when I buy ingredients from from craft stores most of the time. So I think I'm never going to buy from them again any ingredients, only just tools. So it completely was horrible. After 2 days in the mold, it was still like Play-Doh, and it was all wet. And you can see it in that rebatch video at the very end. And it's been about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks now since I've rebatched it, and it's still soft. I can't sell that soap at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that soap. So I decided to try it again, and this is the exact same recipe and the exact same design that I did the other one in, and this turned out perfect. The fragrance for this is a Lush dupe for Rockstar, and it smells amazing, and it has a beautiful pink color. It's funny because it actually looks like orangey pink. It's kind of weird. But it does, I did do this cold process, oven process, and it did get a little hot. I don't know if you can see the tops, right, or the sides right here. See if I can lift this way. The sides right here, so they started to come up from the sides, the soap, and then the mounded white top actually sunk in, and it does have a little dimpling going on. But for the most part, it still turned out okay, so I'm still happy on the turnout of this soap. I did do a secret swirl in the inside, so we'll see how it turns out. Well, just a little bit. Can't really see it that much. So the soap did start to harden up on me, because I did mix it too much. So I think next time I'm not gonna stick blend it as much, because it started to get thick. So I think that's why the swirl didn't go all the way through like I had wanted it to go. So that one has a little bit more white in it. That one came out a little crooked too. I'm getting better at this cutting thing because there's so much stuff that has been going on. My husband still hasn't had the time to make my cutter yet. And then now with this bazaar, the cutter is not of priority right now. Displays are, so. The soap seems to have a little bit of translucency, which is kind of weird. It's almost like it's a clear soap. But anyway, for the most part, so that is my pink Triumph. It didn't turn out, the design didn't really turn out how I wanted it to turn out. I think next time I won't do cold process, oven process, because I feel like because it gelled, it looks a little translucent. The color didn't turn out exactly like I had wanted, because like I said, I don't know if it's catching it on camera, but it does look like a little bit of orangey, not really pink. So it was a beautiful pink when I first poured it. So I think this won't be a cold process, oven process soap. I think this will be just, you know, letting it cure for 4 weeks soap. So, but because I don't have that luxury right now, this is gonna have to do. So that is it, my pink Triumph.